crap, I didn't know it moved.
You know, the rapidly rising I don't know, if you hold near and dear to you that you like to be able to, anyway,
Thought it was the U-joint, so I took the drive shaft out. Drive shaft actually feels great. I was really hoping it wasn't the gears. So after I get the drive shaft off, I click the pinion back and forth, and it seems to have quite a bit more gap than it should. Drain the diff. There's no, that's a pan right over there. There's no shavings in the pan, but the drain plug, focus, seemed to have some shavings, quite a bit of shavings on it. And look at the tip of that. It looks like a longer magnet used to exist there and has been contacted. Taking this puppy apart, and yeah, here's some of you can't really tell from here. Maybe we can tell from down under. Yeah, that's definitely more backlash than it should have. Yeah. So, I don't know. We're going to figure this out. And I'll let you know what's up when I do. Okay, so it appears that my weld has broken on the rear diff. Looks like I can see a line in between the side gear there and where I had welded it to that plate. Holy shit, just sheared right by. And so it's probably been spinning, and that's part of my problem, and that's why I have some metal shavings. But it looks like the ring gear is pretty good. There's a little bit of scraping on it, but not too much. And it looks like maybe some debris might have just got between the ring gear and the pinion, and it's right at the tip of the ring gear teeth. So, and it's a pretty good scrape all the way around, but it's only on the coast side. Pinion down there. Let's see. Ooh, some chipping on the pinion for sure, but no chunks really missing. Just some very small chips. So I should be okay on that. But that just blows my mind. I mean, understandably, there's a lot of freaking torque in here, but that's just crazy. These were welded. Holy crap, I didn't know it moved. Oh my God, look at that. Holy. Oh my God, that's crazy. But yeah, so this side gears were welded to the case and then welded to that plate in between all the little gears here. And it's totally free. It has broken all the way around. Oh man. Oh, can I get it out of there? It might be locked in with chips of weld and stuff, but let's see if we can get it out. I get a screwdriver. All right. See if we can get that sucker out of there. It's coming out. Holy crap. Well, maybe it won't come out all the way. Come on, get in there. Yeah. I can't get it out all the way, but that's just crazy that that's broken like that. Holy crap. So I'm going to have to put like a piece of 3/8 or something in there and re-weld all of this. Got to get the ring gear off, grind all the edges down. Oh shit. Battery saver came on. Record the rest later. All right. So I've gotten this apart now, and it looks like the pinion doesn't have any issues with the bearings, and it turns good. Everything looks good on that. Issue is that actually If you look really close, it's hard to see, but there's some gouging on the front edge of a lot of these teeth, and I think that's from debris getting between the come on, let me focus on that. There we go. Debris getting between the teeth on the ring and the pinion, and causing that issue. Again, down here to the ring gear, it looks like on the back side, the coast side of some of these teeth, there's a gouge, or not a gouge, but like a scratch, really, towards the edge right there. You can see that line where the oil is kind of pooled in there, and that is a scratch. So there was something scratching there. The teeth don't really have chips or anything. Trying to see if there's any gouging on the front side, the drive side, and it doesn't look like they're too bad. But the issue that I'm thinking, so with that kind of a force in the center of this carrier, I'm thinking that it may have stretched the carrier, because the issue I was having was there was more backlash than I had originally dialed into this differential. So with more backlash appearing where I hadn't changed anything, it's just been driving, I think this stretched and was pushing this bearing against this side here, and or the other side, I'm not sure which, no, it would be this side. And so basically pushing against this side, pushing against that side, and pushing the ring gear slightly away from the pinion. So I think this carrier might be stretched because of this explosion in the center here. And I want to show you something real quick here. This plate not only got bent, but the plate itself is broken. I don't know if you can see that piece moving right by my thumb, but the plate I welded in there split right down the middle. That's crazy. Okay, so as it turns out, I cannot get these plates that I originally welded into the differential out of there. I can't get them out. They have little chunks of weld that are still stuck into the corners and things like that, and they're stuck in there. And as you can see, it's the weld itself that broke on all of these. The plate on this side didn't break, but the welds all broke. On the other side, the plate actually broke. I don't know if you can see, right? It's hard to spin these now. I've been messing with them so much, they're a little more difficult to spin. Hang on, let's see if we can get that to focus. There we go. Turn this. Anyway, so this plate is broken right around here. There's a crack down that side of the weld. Could be a heat affected zone. Anyway, basically, the welds broke. The side and spider gears did not break, and the plate broke on this side. So I need more material in there, bigger, heavier duty material, but I can't get those plates out. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do yet. I'm going to give you some history on this situation with this differential. This is the third time I'll be welding it. The first time, I thought I could get away with making it look pretty and just welding the side gears to the case, but that easily ripped through because the case is obviously cast of some kind. Probably cast steel, but it's still ripped through right on the edge there, and you can kind of see where it's kind of chunky right here on the edge. Anyway, so the gears spun, and I got lucky that no parts came out and were grinding up my gears and screwing up my bearings and stuff like that. I got really lucky. There was a little metal dust in the bottom of the diff, but it was fine. Anyway, so basically, after that, I put plates in the center and welded it, and we saw the result of that. And I know exactly when that happened. I'm going to put the piece of video in here. Where that happened. And then basically, this will be the third time I'm welding it. So I'm just piling on the weld like crazy, far more than I've done before. I am not doing the heating thing and the slow cool down just because I don't know for sure that that's something that works. I'm sure it probably does, but I also don't have, fiberglass blankets and, other stuff like that. So I don't know, how to do that. I've never done that before. And I've welded to cast various materials many, many times. It's just that in the past, it's been way more supported. So I did a truss on a Dana 44 with 1/2-inch plate, and even with this crappy little welder, I think I had a Lincoln at the time, but this is the Harbor Freight one, and it does okay. It does fine with the materials. But yeah, I've welded to cast before, never really had an issue of breaking, cracking, anything like that. But with this particular situation, it has a lot more torque on it than a truss over a diff. And I just still thought the axle shaft would break at the neck down point. Here's the shafts, or these are my spare shafts I have sitting around. They have a neck down point right here, and I swear I thought it would snap right there. But it apparently is strong enough to blow this diff apart. And so, and the other thing is, it was still spinning as if it was locked. It just had a lot more play in there. And hopefully it'll hold this time. If not, then I'll just go to the junkyard, get another carrier, and order the locker from Pi-Corp over there in Korea. And then we'll see how that one works out. Probably break the shafts at that point. All right, so using flux core, you have to go back through afterwards and knock off all of these tiny little weld beads because you do not want those All right, so I'm putting the diff back together here, and I'm wondering, why once I get a good contact between the ring gear and the pinion, there's a point where it seems to tighten up and won't spin anymore. So I back off the ring gear a little bit, and I'm going to go check my pattern, but first I'm going to spin it with the drill and, see what it looks like and what it sounds like. And to be 100% honest, I think I figured something out here. Hear that rattle? You see that wobble? I think my pinion gear is bent. Well, for right now, I'm going to run it. I don't really have a lot of choices. I mean, I can by going in. But yeah,